This is a new year. This is a new day, full of sound, light, and expectation. This day has been waiting for you. This day has been awaiting especially for you, to embrace you, to guide you. This day has been waiting with open arms just for you. This is the day that we have been given. Let's not waste it. Come now, let us worship together. Good morning. We're so happy you can be with us today, whether it is on Facebook, Zoom, later on YouTube, or right here in person. What a joy it is to be together. We only have a couple of announcements today. The first one's very easy. There will be no Chalice Chapel class today because here I am. Children are invited to stay with us and participate in our service today. The other announcement is about our order of service. This is a very different service than we have had before. Did you notice that a great deal of your order of service is, well, blank, empty, missing? Mine is too. So what can we do about it? I can't possibly figure this all out by myself. So do you think you all can help me? Oh, I want to see some nodding heads there. You think you can all help me? Because otherwise the service is going to be really short. Now, the service is supposed to be about finding our center and facing a new year. Now, at the top here I say, oops, where's my order of service? So those are the topics. Finding our center. How do we find our center if we can't find our order of service? So we're going to make one together. So here's what we're going to do. We don't have an opening hymn. Did you see that? So who would like to look in their hymnals? We've got 2 of them, so you have a lot of choices. And find us a song to sing for our opening hymn. And when you do, raise your hand. Okay, you've got it back there? You've got it in the middle? Yep, you? Okay, you've got a song already? Wow, okay, hold on. So what we're gonna do is everybody's gonna write that in their order of service. And so you're gonna, here, can you come up and tell me so I can hear you? Oh, okay, well, somebody needs to know what page it's on. What's it? Lean on Me? Lean, oh, I love Lean on Me. Okay. Okay, so tell us what number it is. Back there. 1021. Okay, very good. Now, those of you who are online with us right now, if you've got your hymnals or you know the number of a song, because I'm sure a lot of you know your hymnals by heart by now, right? So if you've got that, you can find a hymn for us, or you can find a chalice lighting. So some chalice lighting words. So another hint here is those of you who have phones, you can go to this place that says Worship Web. So Google Worship Web. And Worship Web will say words for worship, and look that up and put chalice lighting in. And then you can say something like New Year or self-care, anything like that. And then it will give you some choices. So who's going to work on that? Anybody? So in the chat, those of you who are online, you can post on there if you want to work on that one. So anybody who wants to do that, and Andy will let me know, okay? And down here, anybody want to work on the chalice lighting here, the chalice lighting words? Okay, so here's the catch. Brandy, if you're doing the chalice lighting words, you're going to also read the chalice lighting. And then your partner over there can come up and light the chalice as well, okay? So you're working on that, okay? And then you'll let us know what it is, okay? Okay. Oh, the story. Oh, no. Geez, I usually do the story, don't I? Let's see. Back there, you two in the blue. Can you go over to my office? Okay, and you remember where my office is? It's past the main office. So there's a little chair, both of you go. There's a little chair in there that's got some books on it. Now remember, we're looking for something that's about not knowing what we're doing, maybe being worried about what we're doing and what's coming. So there's some books on the little chair right in the doorway. So see if you can find one. Okay, that's good, that's good. So did we find a chalice lighting yet? Okay, do you know who the...
Upstairs or downstairs?
Oh, upstairs. Jimmy, go show them where my office is. Go show them where my office is. There we go. Okay, Brandy, do you know the writer yet?
Yes. Her name is Lisa.
Lisa.
The last name is D-O-E-G-E.
C-O-E-G-E?
No, D like dog.
Okay.
O-E-G-E.
Okay. All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there. We got somebody getting on the story. Okay, and then next, what do we need? We need another reading. So let's see, make sure we're doing this right. Another reading, okay. Anybody online answer yet? No, nobody online who wants to, no? They're just watching the chaos? Okay, okay. So, who wants to do a reading? Somebody, okay. Yeah, pick a reading. Either you can look for it online, like I said, Worship Web. Just 2 words, Worship Web, if you want to, or find it in the hymnal. Find one in the hymnal. And then we also have a responsive reading. Those are fun. You can probably find one of those in the back of the hymnal. Would you like to do it? Would you like to do it? You know, find one in the back? Yeah. Yeah. So you know what a responsive reading is? Okay, yeah, I don't make any assumptions about what people know there. Okay, and then we have an activity, and then we have the message. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost done. We're almost done with the planning. All right.
I think we missed a hymn
Ooh, did we miss a hymn?
between the reading and the responsive reading.
Okay, responsive reading. Oh, yes, you're right. Thank you. We missed a hymn. Okay, who wants to find another song? I know those are the fun ones. Okay. Gene, you're going to find a song. Do you have it already? Sure, 38. Number 38? What is it? Oh, good. Okay. And then, okay, so we did the responsive reading, and we've got a message too. I guess I'm going to have to make something up. Did you find a book? What's it called? What? What if? Oh, okay, so what if? And you guys are going to read it for me, right? Down here? Okay, but not yet. Not yet. So I'll call you up when it's time. Okay, and I think you're probably a good reader. You're just a little shy. And your dad will help you, okay? Right, Dad? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Then we have another hymn, another song. Somebody pick a song. Jimmy, you got an idea about one yet? Okay. When Jimmy's got
23.
one? What number?
Hymn
One-
23.
We have a suggestion online of 23.
Oh, number 23?
23.
Okay, hold on. Okay, we're going to put number 23 on there. What's number 23? Bring many names?
Yes.
Of life. We sing it.
Bring
3
many
times.
names.
And Jimmy, what is number 175?
We celebrate the web of life.
Huh? That one will be the closing hymn.
hymn number 23, we sing it 3 times.
We sing it 3 times?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're done. I think we did it already. And I am just so proud of all of you. I think did we get it all? Did we get that other reading, the responsive reading yet? You're still working on it? Okay. Well, I think that we're gonna go ahead, and then when when we get to that, because it's not for a little while anyway, so you've got some time. So, and then you'll come up and read it with us? Okay. Thank you. Okay, yay, we did it. Okay, so let's begin with our opening hymn, Lean on Me, number 1021.
In the Teal Book. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lord, you have to bear that you can carry. I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Lean on me. You're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on.
Now we'll have our chalice light.
For the new year, just days old, beginning today, always beginning, we light our chalice, symbol of faith, perseverance, and hope, in astonished thanksgiving and irrepressible praise. For beginnings that emerge out of endings, appear amidst continuity, become visible in hindsight. We light our chalice, symbol of faith, perseverance, and hope, in astonished thanksgiving and irrepressible praise, for all the times and all the ways we have begun anew together. We light our chalice, symbol of faith, perseverance, and hope, in astonished thanksgiving and irrepressible praise.
Now, if you'll join me in the reciting of our covenant. Does everybody know the words? Okay. Maybe not everybody. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. So now it's time for our story. Don't forget the microphone on the other side of the microphone.
This is What If by Samantha Berger.
With a pencil and paper, I write and draw art to create many stories that come from my heart. But what if that pencil one day disappeared? I'd fold up the paper till stories appeared. And what if that paper was no longer there? I'd chisel the table and then carve the chair. And what if there wasn't a chair here at all? I'd chip and I'd peel at the paint on the wall. And what if there wasn't a wall anymore? I might build a story from boards in the floor. Without any floor, I could still use the land and sketch out a tale in the dirt with my hand. I could still shape the leaves, I could still sculpt the snow. I could still plant the flowers and make kingdoms grow. Without any land, I would still use the light, invent shadows, stories the sun would ignite. If there was no light, I would still use my voice to sing out my stories, to chant and rejoice. I'd still have my body to twist and to bend, to dance out my stories beginning to end. If I had nothing but still had my mind, there'd always be stories to seek and to find. If I know nothing but one bit of fate, as long as I live, I will always create. As long as I live, I will always create. The end.
Each month, we give 100% of our non-designated money to an organization that supports transformation in our community, which is the heart of our mission. Our seventh principle calls on us to respect the interdependent web of existence of which we are a part, including nurturing and supporting non-human beings. UUYO's Give Away the Plate recipient for January will honor this commitment by supporting an organization that was founded to promote responsible pet ownership and assist pet owners care for their beloved companions. The fund assists those who have a record of providing a good home for a pet, but whose current income does not permit some necessary medical care for an existing pet. The fund gives priority to seniors on fixed incomes, families experiencing limited funds due to chronic illness, and for whom loss of an existing pet would be harmful, and other persons the trustees shall deem appropriate. During the cold, dark days of winter, having a friendly face greet you at the door or curl up by your side is a needed and welcome gesture of warmth and love. We are grateful for the volunteers who serve as trustees of the Bummer Fund to help pet owners and families keep their non-human loved ones safe and healthy. The offering will now be given. Now we have a reading.
I have to find it real quick, though. I lost it. Shoot.
That's all right. We'll give you time to do that. And you can tell us your name when you're doing it as well.
All right. I'm going to start with a quote by Rumi. The very center of your heart is where life begins, the most beautiful place on earth. And the reading is Next Year's Words by Tim Atkins. This starts with a quote also. For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. T.S. Eliot from Little Gidding. New Year's is without a doubt the most meaningful winter holiday for me. As a religious humanist, none of the other winter holidays have ever really called to me, but to me there's something almost magical about the chance for a fresh start. A new beginning, the start of a new chapter. One of the most treasured New Year's traditions is coming up with a word for the year. A single word that I want to be the theme for my entire year. I started this practice 5 years ago, and it's changed my life. It becomes a mantra I meditate on throughout the year when I'm questioning what's the right thing to do. I look to my word of the year for guidance. 2017, my word was embrace. 2018, explore. 2019, delight. I was putting it kindly, a stressed out mess this time last year. I knew I needed to put myself first more and reconnect with basic pleasures in life. So I went with delight as a way to help me be more mindful about finding joy and beauty in every day. I decided on my word for 2020, authenticity. I want to work more at being authentic to all parts of who I am and focus on living a unified life. And when in doubt, over the upcoming year, because let's face it, 2020 could be rough at times. That's pretty hilarious. I want to remember to be authentically me. As a religious humanist, I also find it somewhat comforting to have this solid rock for my year. It forces me to focus in on a value I want to live my life around and meditate on the value throughout the year. It forces me to put my values into practice, something we all could do a little bit more. When I look back on my last few years, instead of reflecting back on the years in terms of usually negative events, I reflect on them in terms of values and the amazing things I did that year to embody that value. There are a lot of websites out there where you can look for more ideas for your word for the year, if you're the kind of person to realize your word when you see it. Even if you think New Year's resolutions are a little hokey, I encourage you to try this word of the year idea. As a former skeptic, I can tell you, if you take this idea seriously, it will change how you see your entire year.
Now, our next hymn is number 38, Morning Has Broken.
Like the first morning, blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where God's feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day.
Now it's time for our responsive reading.
Good morning. My name is Michael Condor. When I finally came across the responsive reading that I chose, I figured this is the only day to do it. So open your gray hymnals to number 544 in the back. It's called New Year's Day. And I'll read the regular words myself, and then we'll all read the italicized words together. The 1st of January is another day dawning, the sun rising as the sun always rises, the earth moving in its rhythms. With or without our calendars to name a certain day as the day a new beginning, separating the old from the new. So it is, everything is the same, bound into its history as we ourselves are bound. Yet also we stand at a threshold, the new year, something truly new, still unformed, leaving a stunning power in our hands. What shall we do with this great gift of time this year? Let us begin by remembering that whatever justice, whatever peace and wholesomeness might bloom in our world this year. We are the hearts and minds, the hands and feet, the embodiment of all the best visions of our people. The new year can be new ground for the seeds of our dreams. Let us take the step forward together onto new ground, planting our dreams well, faithfully, and in joy. Thank you.
I'll begin my message with some words from Donna Ashworth. Why do we start a new year with promises to improve? Who began this tradition of never-ending pressure? I say the end of a year should be filled with congratulations for all we survived. And I say a new year should start with promises to be kinder to ourselves, to understand better just how much we bear as humans on this exhausting treadmill of life. And if we are to promise more, let's pledge to rest before our bodies force us. Let's pledge to stop and drink in life as it happens. Let's pledge to strip away a layer of perfection to reveal the flawed and wondrous humanity we truly are inside. Why start another year gifted to us on this earth with demands on our already overstrained humanity when we could be learning to accept that we are always supposed to be imperfect? And that is where the beauty lives, actually. And if we can only find that beauty, we would also find peace. So why have I asked you all to help me with the service today? Could it be because I want to hear from you? Maybe I want to know what speaks to your soul. I know what speaks to mine already. Maybe it's to offer an opportunity for us all to be connected, to work on something great together to begin this new year full of unknowns. Maybe it is to demonstrate that when we are facing an unknown together, it is somehow easier and often more fun. Maybe it is part of my resolution to myself this year to try to ask for help more. It could also be an exercise in finding my center. I survived a great deal this year. Most of what I survived was in my head. A lot of it on the right side. But, you know, there's the other part of in my head, and that's called worries and what ifs. Good book pick, by the way. But some of it has been all too real. Serious health issues, a sick child, a sick grown-up child, a sick, dying, and now dead cat, money issues, near freezing in my own home. The one promise I'm making to myself for this year is to have more fun with family and friends. I think it would be great to hear from each other today, from all of you. Now, this is not a pressure exercise. So, in the front of you, on the back of the hymnal in front of you, of the pew in front of you, there are some papers and pencils. You should be able to find those. Some of them are pretty little note papers that have our UU principles on it, and some of them are just note cards. So, here's what I'd like for you to do. You're going to write two things on it. Last year I survived, and you're going to fill in the blank. And you guys can do this online as well. So just go ahead and type in, last year I survived, and fill in the blank. And it doesn't have to be short and it doesn't have to be long. It's whatever comes to you, whatever comes to your heart. What did you survive last year? And then the next thing that you're going to write, this year I promise this one thing to myself. This year I promise this one thing to myself. Now you all know, and I think I've mentioned it many times when I'm up here, that there is no way that you can help other people unless you take care of yourself. What is the one thing you are going to do for yourself? One thing you promise yourself for this year? Now, as the Spirit moves you, I would like for you to come up and share at the microphone over here. We're not going to form a line. We'll just kind of go up and down as we feel, okay? So whoever would like to start. I already did mine. If you have a hard time getting up the stairs, then you can use the microphone down here. Just take it off.
This year, I survived aging. And next year, I'll try to do it with a better spirit.
Last year, I survived my best friend's death. This year, I promise this one thing to myself, to find more joy every day.
Last year, I survived being financial power of attorney for my mom. And this year, the one thing I promise for myself is to be more appreciative of myself, flaws and gifts and everything in between.
This year, I survived being my worst enemy. I've had a string of tragedies, and most of them are self-inflicted. And my second one, like Elizabeth, like you stole mine, so like I'm using yours for what you just said for your second one. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Last year, I survived my recurring depressive episodes, and this year I promised this one thing to myself, to grow, adapt, and change to become closer to the person I wish to be.
Don't be shy. We have anybody online who put in the chat? And Tim, if you want to read those. It's all right. We can get some more people down here. Come on, Jimmy. Get up here and share. Come on. He's like, I don't know you.
Okay, we have one from online, two. I'll just read it as is. Breast cancer, COVID, pneumonia, survived. That's very meaningful. The next one from, I can't see who the first one was from. That was Melissa Smith, the first one. This is from Lenore and Matt to everyone. Survived health issues, ours and others close to us. Promised to be easy on ourselves.
This year I was not happy with the results, but I survived the election. And I resolved to make more friends this year.
I have another one from Melissa Smith, real quick. This year, she pledges to revise my CLM agreement.
This year I survived health issues and a job change, and this year I promise to be kinder to those I love.
Hi. This year, I'm grateful to recognize that there really wasn't any hardship that I had to survive. This was a really good year for me and for my family. And I promise next year that I will live large. I will say yes at every opportunity.
Yeah, I hate them too. So I have something different written here, but
Speak
the bottom
your heart.
line. What?
Speak your heart.
The bottom line is that I just survived, and I wasn't going to come up, but whoever was just up here said that they wanted to say yes more often, and I have that written here too. That I want to say yes when it matters most.
Last year, I survived my dog's death. This year, I promised to myself to ask for more help when I need it.
Last year, I survived taking care of my father. And this year, I promised to myself one thing, to engage in childlike wonder more often.
Well, for those of you who didn't get a chance to share, we are going to collect all the cards, and I'm going to actually be doing something with that later on. I'll make some sort of display and not put names on it, but of what we got through last year and what we promised to ourselves for next year, and probably display it downstairs in the meeting hall. And thank you for sharing, everybody. Now, all the experts on the Google say that the first step in finding your center is to just breathe. I want to try this song with you that is all about breathing. I sing it in my car when I'm having a road panic, you know, like possibly when deer run out in front of your car like they did with me this morning. I think there were 5 of them. But the number one thing that I do is breathe. Just take a deep breath. So, we're going to sing a song. So, on the left side over here, here's what I want you guys to do, and I want you to keep doing it. So nobody stops singing until I tell you to, okay? So we're going to divide left side, the front of this side over here, so the red family there up, and then the back side, okay? So you're going to take the back there, so that high part at the back, but I'll show you how. So over here on the left, we are going to say, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, keep going, breathe out. And on the front here, when I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. Keep singing. Okay, in the back. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Feel it. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Okay, in the back you can stop. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. Very good. I thought that sounded great. Okay, so now we're going to do our closing hymn. It's number 175. We celebrate the web of life. 175. 175. 175. Okay. If you guys could play the tune once through, play it once through, and then.
And in quail, as much in tiny barnacle as in the great blue whale. Of ancient dreams we are the sum, our bones link stone to star, and bind our future worlds to come with worlds that were and are. We spell
When you walk to the edge of all the light you have and take that first step into the darkness of the unknown, you must believe that one of two things will happen. There will be something solid for you to stand upon, or you will be taught to fly. I just taught you all to fly. So now you can all be worship associates. If you found some peace here today, go share peace. If you found love here today, go share love. If you discovered something new and exciting here today, go shout it to the world. I wish you peace and love in 2023.